Hello there, a pleasant welcome to the National News Bulletin File on Star Television Network on Channel 21. I am Sienna Wright. First, the headlines. The African Youth with Disabilities Network Sierra Leone, in collaboration with Political Parties Registration Commission, has on Tuesday, 16th July 2019, engaged political parties on equal participation in political and governance for persons with disability in Sierra Leone.
In a democratic society, everyone has a right to be heard. Political parties, as the main gatekeepers to access to political participation, should demonstrate a concrete commitment to inclusion and accessibility.
The government of Sierra Leone, together with the government of Japan and the Food and Agriculture Organization, held an inception workshop to implement the 2009 FAO agreement on port-state measures.
First of all, it is on the basis of good, important relations between the two peoples, two countries, and two governments of Japan and Sierra Leone.
Little Angel International Nursery School at the Songo village has held its first graduation ceremony.
Little Angels is here to take on their pipes into the future, as the motto says, learning today, leading tomorrow.
And in sports, the Eastern Lions Football Club has been crowned champions in the Sierra Leone Premier League after securing a draw with mighty Blackpool at the Shaka Stadium.
I'm very happy with my team because we are the leading. We end up the league with unbeatable, nobody this week. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy for me player, Mr. Striker, more especially Mr. Tombo. He's the most wonderful player.
It feels so great.
Those were the headlines. You're still with the National News Bulletin File on Star Television Network on Channel 21, and it's now time for the news in detail. The African Youth with Disabilities Network Sierra Leone, an organization advocating for an inclusive society for all in collaboration with Political Parties Registration Commission, has on Tuesday, 16th July 2019, engaged political parties on equal participation in political and governance for persons with disability in Sierra Leone, with the theme Cohesive and Inclusive Participation in Politics and Governance. Adma Samai has the detail.
Giving a statement on equal political and governance participation for persons with disabilities in Sierra Leone, the Director of Programs Human Rights Commission, Mohamed Kouyaté, said in a democratic society, everyone has a right to be heard. Persons with disabilities are underrepresented in political life, including in different political party structures. He called on all to take action to break down the barriers that exclude persons with disabilities.
In a democratic society, everyone has a right to be heard. Political parties, as the main gatekeepers to access to political participation, should demonstrate a concrete commitment to inclusion and accessibility. As persons with disabilities inevitably continue to live within the Sierra Leone population, there is time for government, functionaries and political parties to acknowledge that they need to address barriers to their equal participation in political life and governance.
The chairman of the Political Party Registration Commission, Esquire Abdullahi Bangura, while giving a keynote address, said that the enactment of Persons with Disability Act No. 3 of 2011 is of critical significance, as it tends to domesticate the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability, which the Act in several ways caters for persons with disability. A further call on the National Commission for Persons with Disability, established by Section 2(1) of Act No. 3 of 2011, to invoke Section 6(2) of the same Act and recommend measures that will guarantee the political rights of persons with disabilities.
The implementation of the Persons with Disability Act No. 3 of 2011 is of critical significance as it tends to domesticate the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability. The Act, in several ways, caters for the special needs of persons with disability. It appreciably provides for the economic and social rights of persons with disability, apparently cognizant of the fact that our economic and social rights, which the rights activists refer to as some rights, as contained in Chapter 2 of the Constitution, are described as fundamental principles of state policy and made not justiciable. The enactment of the Persons with Disabilities Act No. 3 of 2011 now makes some of those rights justiciable, at least for persons with disability. They are now protected against discriminatory practices in educational institutions, in employment, contracts, recreational and sporting facilities, and entitled as a matter of course to free medical services, healthcare, education, public transportation, public premises, and other amenities, at least by law. In practice, I can say.
The vision of the African Youth with Disabilities Network Sierra Leone is to envision an inclusive and barrier-free society where all youths with disabilities exercise their rights and participate in all spheres of life. For Star TV News in Freetown, I am Adma Samai reporting.
The government of Sierra Leone, together with the government of Japan and the Food and Agriculture Organization, has held an inception workshop for a project to implement the 2009 FAO Agreement on port-state measures and the voluntary guidelines to securing small-scale fisheries. Here is the report.
The launch and interception workshop was held in the conference room of the Ministry of Fisheries in Freetown. The workshop presented the outlook of the project to key stakeholders, incorporate stakeholders' input in the project, and draw a work plan for the implementation of the project. The project intends to enhance the sustainability of marine fisheries by preventing, deterring, and eliminating illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, and to improve maritime security in Sierra Leone. The Japanese ambassador to Sierra Leone, His Excellency Toshitomu Himino, stated that we are providing the support on the basis of growing stronger relationship between Sierra Leone and Japan.
I'm very happy to be here, and I like to talk about 3 reasons why Japan has decided to do this. First of all, it is on the basis of good, important relations between the 2 peoples, 2 countries, and 2 governments of Japan and Sierra Leone. We have good relations, but we are seeing better, stronger relations now. At the end of August this year, in Japan, our Prime Minister hosts a big Japan-Africa Development Conference, which is called TICAD, TICAD, Tokyo International Conference on African Development. And we are very pleased that His Excellency the President is attending this conference and contribute, and not only attend and contribute to the conference, but he'll be visiting Japan, which is a very important opportunity.
Minister of Fisheries and Marine Resources, Honorable Emma Korojalo, stated that the implementation of the port state measures aim to directly halt commerce on IUU products by preventing illegal fish entering international markets or illegal operations using the different port services to trade in fish and fisheries products. She also noted that the Minister of Fisheries and Marine Resources puts premium in promoting small-scale fisheries.
I would like to commend the FAO, the government of Japan, and all who have worked in diverse ways to see us all here today to continue the discussion of sustainable fisheries with key emphasis on small-scale fisheries and the FAO port-state measures to deter, prevent, eliminate illegal, unreported, and unregulated IUU fishing, and in ensuring maritime security in the Gulf of Guinea and particularly in the countries of Sierra Leone and Liberia. I would like to express special thanks and appreciation to the government and the people of Japan for their continued support in improving the fisheries of Sierra Leone. I have been informed that in the 90s, the Japanese government provided appropriate fishing gears and netting materials, fiberglass fishing boat, outboard and inboard engine.
Since 2016, the government has put stringent measures on port measures. Mainly when we are exporting fish, we have to go initially to the Ministry of Fisheries. The catch is verified, whether this catch is allowed to be exported based on the local landings. We then proceed to the Ministry of Trade. They also verify the export, where we then go to customs. They do a clear process as well of verifying, which is done through the ASICUDA system. When we are exporting to neighboring countries, all of these documents have been critically scrutinized now. So I'd like to commend government that with all the limitations that we have, we've been able to put certain strict measures on exports.
Compiled by Abdurrahman Kamara, I am Moses Ojukama reporting.
Little Angel International Nursery School has held its first graduation ceremony for pupils that have successfully completed their nursery education at the Songo Village campus. Diana Coker has more.
Little Angel International School has held its first graduation ceremony for pupils that have successfully completed their nursery education. Access to quality education in Songo Village still remains a major challenge. The Little Angel International School is a new nursery school with a difference, providing free quality education for children under 5. The founder and proprietor, Anita Brown-Mark, said the school is operated in line with the new direction.
Involve me and I learn. Little Angels is here to take under 5 into the future, as the motto says, learning today, leading tomorrow. The school is being operated in line with the new direction, free and quality education for all, especially those in the deprived areas, Songo being an example. These areas have long been neglected and we are filling a niche. We want Sierra Leone to become once more the Andenes of West Africa. Little Angels Nursery is a non-fee paying school. That is, they don't pay any school fee, free of charge. And the children are being provided breakfast and cooked lunch every day.
She added that building work for the nursery school started in November 2016 and commenced full operation in September 2017-18 academic school year.
We are finding it very difficult to manage the project with ongoing work on the building and at the same time providing the necessary food items for the building. It was then decided to send out letters requesting support on our feeding project. We received so many promises, but eventually only a handful responded positively. Therefore, on the 24th of April 2019, the ABM Foundation was launched to assist in finding support for the smooth running of the school. The foundation's mission is that it will be committed to increase literacy for the children in the rural areas of the western area of Sierra Leone, with Songo and its environs as priority.
The keynote speaker, Honorable Justice Reginald Finn, Justice of the Court of Appeal, in his address advised the children not to be like the greedy dog, but admonished them to take care of what they have.
Amongst you today was the story of the greedy dog. Did you hear about the greedy dog? Little angels, did you hear about the greedy dog? Little angels, wave, let me see you. Let's not be like the greedy dog. Let's not be like the greedy dog. Let us all enjoy what we have. Take good care of what we have. Not so. Take good care of what we have and not be like the greedy dog. Parents and friends and those who have come to support them. The chair has mentioned mindset. And it's a lovely theme, I think, for this afternoon. Because everybody, well, a lot of Sierra Leoneans who mean well are complaining about our attitude as Sierra Leoneans. For me, I think that's where the mindset comes in. As parents, let us behave towards the children and around them. And even when they are not around, let us behave as we have a mindset which values education.
The performance of the pupils were impressive. They read poems and also performed skits for their guests. Diana Coker, Star News.
And now to round up the news sports. The Eastern Lions Football Club has been crowned champions in the Sierra Leone Premier League after securing a draw with mighty Blackpool at the Sheikh Stephen Stadium. So let's join our sports correspondent, Hilton John, for some sporting updates.
Hello everyone, welcome for today's sporting news. We start to look and see. The Eastern Lions Football Club has become champions in this year's Sierra Leone Premier League after they secured a 0-0 draw against mighty Blackpool. It could be recalled that they ended the competition with 50 points after one of the important matches they won the league by a 0-0 against FC Cameroon Football Club. According to football fans, they're happy for the success of the club, more especially they won the competition unbeatable in 22 matches. Here's the highlights of the game.
I'm very happy with my team because we are the leading. We end up the league with unbeatable, nobody this week. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy for me player, Mr. Striker, more especially Mr. Chombo. He's the most wonderful player.
It feels so great because Eastern Lions don't count smile now we all face today as we defeat the league with unbeatable and work for the next year but we'll defeat the league with unbeatable.
Happy, I'm glad it's safe now. I'm overjoyed. So how we don't catch unbeatable, take unbeatable, and the next week we beat.
Because the time at Yellow there, I believe say this cup we get sir, and unbeatable. We will sell us the next year by God in power. Let God make with somebody a long life, and we get it up for next year.
And the association being in charge to administer football generally, even though our autonomous responsibility is slated in the SLFA statute. In October 2018, powers and responsibilities were delegated in few men of action, and at least in the name of the Sierra Leone Premier League Board. And indeed, we've delivered what was expected of us as a board with the support of the country as a whole. And for us, it's Sierra Leone that has succeeded. Responsibility of the FA. As a responsible body, we've completed our league and submitted the names of the champion and runners-up respectively to the FA and their interest in participating in CAF competitions. So it's the FA that will determine that. If they don't, then they will have to explain to Sierra Leone as to why they did not register the clubs who have expressed their interest after winning and coming second respectively in the just concluded league.
So let's see whether Eastern Lions will continue beating runs until October for the next Premier League. In the international scene, coming up in the African Cup of Nations, after Nigeria failed to book their place to the finals, they will be playing against their arch rivals in the third place coming up on Wednesday. And also we'll be seeing Senegal, who did well in the semi-finals, coming up against Nigeria in the finals on Friday. Here's the highlights of the matches.
Out wide. This is better from Mahrez, looking to take on Jamilu Collins. Mahrez with his weaker right, deflected in, and that's an unfortunate own goal from William Troost-Ekong, who proved to be the hero with the winner against South Africa in the quarter-final, has turned it into his own net. He is experiencing the highs and lows. Just days apart is William Troost-Ekong, scoring that late winner against South Africa in the quarter-finals. He's unwittingly tucked the ball into his own net here after Mahrez had done the damage down the right. Scored against Burundi, he scored a brace against Cameroon, and he levels for Nigeria here with 18 minutes to go. Odion Ighalo is the tournament's leading goal scorer with 4, and Nigeria are back on level terms. Sifan again. Ben Nasser looks to go around the outside. He's never scored a goal. An international match, and he comes agonizingly close here as it clatters off the
penalty saved by Hassan. Extra time it is for Senegal and Tunisia. 90 minutes are up. Free kick for Senegal, delivered into the penalty box. Oh, it's a chance in the back of the net. It's an own goal, I don't believe it. It's gone in, it's gone in. Senegal have taken the lead. They are jumping with joy. And the West Africans take the lead. Let's have a look and see what happened. Hassan looks absolutely...
Hopefully on Friday, live on Star Television, we get the opportunity to win questions from our sponsors live in the Nations Cup final. That's all for sports.
Well, viewers, that's all we have time for in the National News Bulletin File for the hour on Star Television Network on Channel 21. I am Sienna Wright. Thanks for watching, and do stay with us if you can.